ये रहा हमारी पृथ्वी, our earth. Now we will study variation in the acceleration due to gravity. g का वैल्यू किस तरह बदलता है, that we are going to study now. Look at this curved line. What is this line? It is the equator. Equator is nothing but the line along the middle region of the earth. This line is curved in shape because the earth is spherical. Earth ball जैसा होता है ना, earth is not flat. That's why the equator is curved in shape. And if we consider the backside of the earth as well, then the entire equator is a complete circle. It is a complete circle. Look at this point. This is the north pole of the earth. अर्थ का एकदम ऊपर वाला हिस्सा. इट इज इवन अबव रशिया. रशिया से भी ऊपर है. वी कैन से ग्रीनलैंड. ग्रीनलैंड इज देयर ओवर देयर. सब एस्किमो लोग रहते हैं वहां पे. एंड वन मोर थिंग यू हैव टू रिमेंबर, द अर्थ इज नॉट परफेक्टली स्फीयरिकल लाइक दिस. अर्थ इज एक्चुअली लाइक दिस. Earth is broader along the equator and narrower at the north pole and south pole. Actually इतना चौड़ा नहीं रहता है अर्थ, थोड़ा सा ही चौड़ा रहता है. बट फॉर योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग आई हैव ड्रॉन इट दिस मच ब्रॉड. बस याद रखना कि इक्वेटर में अर्थ इज अ बिट ब्रॉडर एज कंपेयर टू द पोल्स, पोलर रीजन्स. लुक एट दिस पॉइंट. व्हाट इज दिस? इट इज द सेंटर ऑफ द अर्थ. The center of the earth is at the same height as the equator. Equator के ही height पर है the center. लेकिन विश्वास नहीं होता ना. The center appears to be at a height higher than the equator. That is because the center is inside the earth. That is why it appears that way. Look at this point and this point. These points appear to be at the same height as the center, because the equator is really at the same height as the center. Look at this distance between the center and the pole, and this distance between the center and the equator. Are they equal? They are not equal. Pole is closer to the center as compared to the equator. g का ये फॉर्मूला हम जानते हैं. स्मॉल g is acceleration due to gravity. d is what? d is the distance from the center of the earth. If d becomes more, g becomes less, and if d becomes less, g becomes more. That's the reason over here at the pole value of g is more, and over here at the equator value of g is less. And at the south pole also value of g is more as compared to the equator. And if you take any point on the equator, it is at the same distance from the center of the earth. That's the reason over here also value of g is same as that on the right side. इसका interesting point मैं बताता हूँ. What does that mean? On the poles south and north, gravity is more compared to the equator. बोले तो if you go to Greenland or Russia, तुमको ऐसा लगेगा, it will appear to you as if तुम्हारा वजन बढ़ गया है. What is actually increasing is only the gravity. Your mass doesn't increase. Whereas if you go to Kanyakumari, which is close to the equator, or maybe Sri Lanka, you will get a feeling कि तुम्हारा वजन कम हो गया है. Actually it is the gravity which is decreasing and not your mass. वजन कम नहीं हो रहा है, gravity कम हो रहा है. And if we consider this point anywhere in between the equator and the pole, then what will be the value of g? Value of g will also be somewhere in between as compared to the pole and the equator. If that point is closer to the pole, value of g will be more. If it is closer to the equator, value of g will be less. Now if you go to space above the earth's surface, there also value of g becomes less. g का ये फॉर्मूला हम जानते हैं ना. If d is more, g is less. How much is this distance? This distance is small d. Distance between that point which is above the surface of the earth as compared to the center of the earth. यहाँ पर भी g का वैल्यू कम रहता है as compared to the surface of the earth. लेकिन एक चीज ध्यान रखना, this distance from the surface of the earth is what it is, d minus r. What is capital R? Capital R is the radius of the earth. So distance from the surface of the earth is d minus r. ये d minus r जो है, it should be comparable with the radius of the earth. If d minus r is very small as compared to r, then g का value will be almost same. Reduction in g won't be prominent. So d minus r should not be very small as compared to r. Then only g का वैल्यू अपने को prominently कम होता हुआ दिखाई देगा. We should go at a height, let us say 500 kilometer or 1000 kilometer above the surface of the earth. The radius of earth is 6400 kilometers. उसके साथ comparable होना चाहिए. Then only value of g will be less. बोले तो अगर हम 1000 किलोमीटर ऊपर जाएंगे, then your weight will decrease and you will get a feeling that आपका वजन कम हो गया है. If you go 1000 किलोमीटर above the earth. तो आपके दिमाग में ये सवाल आ सकता है कि इन एन एरोप्लेन विल माय वेट डिक्रीज, एंड द आंसर इज नो, बिकॉज एरोप्लेन गोस ओनली 10 किलोमीटर्स अबव द ग्राउंड, अबव द अर्थ सरफेस. वेयर इज 6400 एंड वेयर इज 10? 10 इज नथिंग. सो एरोप्लेन में यू कैन नॉट नोटिस एनी लॉस ऑफ वेट और रिडक्शन इन वेट. So this is how the value of g keeps on changing. g is equal to 9.8 meters per second square. ये हमने पता किया था ना in previous calculation. Now you may wonder, अगर g change होते ही रहता है तो ये 9.8 value, where is it applicable? How to use that? When to use that? g का value is 9.8 on an average basis. On the surface of the earth, average value of g is 9.8, and this value doesn't change drastically. On the poles, the value is maybe 9.83 something, and on equator it is somewhere near 9.78. So drastic change नहीं है on the surface of the earth. So average value 9.8 हम easily वापर सकते हैं during calculations. तो कैलकुलेशंस में हाउ आर वी गोइंग टू यूज द वैल्यू ऑफ जी, उसे थोड़ा और डिटेल में देखते हैं.